Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. It's so nice having you here. And if you're coming from my TikTok, hi, sweetie, how are you doing? So today we'll be talking about the Government of Ireland Scholarship. This is their official website. I've added a link in the description box so you can just go ahead and click that to apply. But I want us to quickly go through some things here, but there's something really important I need to show you. So let's quickly go through it. This is just overview. Here they are saying that they are giving the scholarship to 60 people who are coming to do either a master's, a postgraduate diploma, or a PhD. And you'll be getting a 10,000 euros a stipend for the whole year. And people that are eligible are people that are staying outside the EU, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. So if you're applying from Africa, obviously you are eligible for the scholarship. And then how to apply, you need to apply to one of the schools in Ireland, get admitted before applying for the scholarship, which is a no biggie. And the deadline for the scholarship application is on the 12th of March 2026. And you get to know about it, whether you are picked or not, the outcome early June 2026. So in just a few months. So let's quickly go to what I wanted to show you. This is a core document. It contains everything you need to know. The first one is the overview of the scholarship. We've already gone through the details of the scholarship. Is given to 60 people plus 10,000 euros a stipend. Eligibility criteria. So these are people that are eligible outside of the EU. You're coming to do either a 1 year master's, a PhD, or a postgraduate diploma. And here they also state that you shouldn't be from Russia. Now let's go to where I really want to show you. That is your candidate profile and then how to evaluate you. So here on candidate profile, here the first one is a record of outstanding academic achievement. So obviously you should have a good class, you should have excellent communication skills, you should have participated in extracurriculum activities, for example, humanitarian works, policies, politics, arts, or sports. And I always want to remind you guys that some of the little things that you do on campus, you might not think they're like humanitarian works, volunteerism, something. Just add them and make sure to write a good caption about the things that you've done. And here, a strong rationale for pursuing their study in Ireland that indicates how the government of Ireland scholarship will align with their longer term goals. So you should have a strong reason for studying in Ireland. Important aspect of this document, that is how you be marked for the scholarship. At this point, if you're not subscribed to my channel, just click the subscribe button. So let's get into it. The first 40 marks goes into your academic qualifications, achievements, and work experience. So here, what class did you get during your undergraduate studies? When you were a student, were you awarded a scholarship? Did you get acknowledgement? Did you get honors? Did you participate in extracurriculum activities? Did you hold a leadership position? And after school, did you work? Here, I want you to focus more on your CV. Your CV is very important. The things that you put in your CV is important. There are some petty things that you do. Sometimes you don't even think about them, that they are something worthy of writing. Please write them. And if you need someone to review your CV, you can send it to me and then I'll review it and send it back to you. Then let's go to my favorite part, your personal statement. And it's 45 marks. Just look at that, 45 marks for whatever you write for them. So your personal statement, this one is in your hands. If you don't get the 45 marks, you should blame yourself because for the 40 marks here, your academic qualifications, that one you don't have control over it. You just have partial control over it. But then for your personal statement, you have like full control over it. And then they've divided it into three sections. That's each 15 marks. So let's see. The first 15 marks goes to the benefits of becoming a Government of Ireland scholar to themselves, that's personally and professionally, and to the HEI, that's the Higher Education Institutes, to Ireland economically as well as their country of origin. So here I want you to talk about the benefits personally and professionally. You should talk about the exposure to the people of Ireland and then the cultures of Ireland. Exposure alone is top notch. Like being able to go to a different country to study, learn their cultures, meet their people, be able to interact with people that are even outside of your continent is like a big deal. You should also talk about the fact that it will release a financial burden that you have from you. And you can also talk about the skills that you gain, like that professionally, the skills that you gain from meeting lecturers and then other students from your school. At this point, I want you to like Google the school that you are going to. When you're talking about the lecturers, the things that you learn from the lectures, don't just make it like generalize because it becomes vague. You should Google your school, look at the lectures in your department, and you can mention one lecture or two lectures in your essay. That way, it makes it look like this person knows what they are doing. And then to the higher education institutes in Ireland, you can talk about the fact that you'll be able to contribute to their research. If they pick you for the scholarship, that makes you overqualified for whatever they have to do. So you are making a great contributions to their research. And to your country of origin, you can talk about the fact that okay, when you are done with this scholarship, you'll be able to transfer the knowledge that you learned from them back to your home country. Now, the next 15 months goes to how they will extend themselves beyond their project studies to become actively involved in Irish society in order to maximize their academic and cultural exchange experience and to raise awareness of the government of Ireland programs in Ireland and beyond. Here, I want you to talk about the fact that you participate in student activities and student societies when you are in your school in Ireland. So, again, you Google about some of the clubs in the schools in Ireland, then you talk about them in your essay. Mention like the class, if it is a debate club, a maths club, a science club, you mention that club and you put it in your essay. And here you can also talk about the fact that you engage in volunteerism. It's very, very important. Talk about the fact that okay, when I come to Ireland, I'll be able to like volunteer or put myself in this community service. And oh, one important thing. You guys know about AFS, right? AFS is American Field Service. They have it in Ireland. What AFS does is most of their programs are volunteers and then community engagement projects. You can Google AFS Ireland and look at some of the projects that they have, and you talk about the fact that okay, if you are already an AFS member, put it in your CV. That's like a good thing to do. If you're not an AFS member, you can talk about the fact that if you come to Ireland, you want to like join AFS, be able to like volunteer along with them and then involve yourself in their community projects. Then the last 15 marks goes to the extent to which they have a long-term interest in Ireland and how they'll promote links with Ireland during their time as scholars and alumni. 15 marks. So this one you should be able to you should talk about the fact that you maintain contact with the professors and then the people that you met in Ireland when you were a student. Mention the fact that you'll be actively involved in alumni meetups, alumni engagements, alumni plans, future collaborations with like Irish institutes, researchers, or businesses. Talk about all these things. Talk about the fact that okay, when you leave, you want to like make a collaboration with like maybe this Irish community or the people that you met there or some of the places that you volunteered with. Like those are very important things to mention. And last thing you should mention is the fact that you'll be able to promote Ireland in your home country. That is sharing the things that you learned from Ireland to the people in your community that didn't get the opportunity that you got. So these are things that you can mention in your essay to get you the 15 and to get you the 45 plus 40, that is about 85 marks. Then 15 marks, also the last 15 marks goes to two references. So you can contact your lecturers and tell them that, see, I'm applying for the Government of Ireland scholarship. Can you do a reference? Can you write a reference for me? And when they're writing the reference, let your professors know the type of things that you did, especially your final year project. If you did a project in final year linking that is in link of the program that you are going to study in your masters, let your professors put it in your reference. It shows that you are really a reliable student and then you were able to do research. Some of you just make your professor just write general references. General references don't really work like that. We want to know when you were a student, what were you doing? One thing my sister taught me is that don't let all the professors just write one thing. You can let one professor write about your academics, then another person will write about maybe your leadership skills, your volunteer skills, and all that, so that they all don't end up writing the same thing. Now, let's go back and look at the schools that you are eligible to apply to. It was stated that it's in this appendix 1. So these are all the schools that are eligible for the scholarship. So you can apply to these schools. There are lots of schools. When you apply and then you get admission into it, then you come and click apply here. You the scholarship. You create an account. I think I already created an account. Yeah, I don't even remember my password. You create. Let me see if this is a password that I use. Login. Okay, yeah, it has logged me in. You create an account and then you start your application here. Yeah. So guys, I wish you all the best in your applications. Let me know if you need any help. And as I said, don't be afraid of the deadlines and all that. Just apply to some of the schools in Ireland. And when you're done, we come back and then we apply for the scholarship. So see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.